Hey, it's Bill Combs from No Time for Social, and I am excited to be speaking with Ida from Tilcor today about Tilcor's experience over the last 3 years of working with No Time for Social as the digital agency producing content and also running comprehensive ad campaigns for Tilcor. So, Ida, real quick, over the last few years, we've run a lot of comprehensive campaigns, and we're going to look at just a screenshot of one here momentarily. How has No Time for Social and our digital process impacted Tilcor over the last 3 years of working with us?
Well, first and foremost, it's a pleasure to work with you. I cannot believe that it's only been 3 years because it feels like you have been part of our team for longer than that. And I think that's a huge thing. You know, it doesn't feel like we're working with an outside agency. You have always merged, I guess, or it's like you're part of our team. So that to me is awesome. The work that you guys have done, definitely for me, I can see the results. I see it on a daily basis. I mean, I've sold jobs in San Antonio to people that I've never met before, and it came directly from your ad. I've reached to people in Lubbock, Texas. Beyond that, Corpus Christi. It's kind of crazy, okay, because it's amazing how Facebook kind of connects everybody, you know, for good, for bad, whatever. For in our
Sure.
case, it's fantastic. I remember the first week that I went to work in Houston. Right after coming back, the contacts that I had made through distribution contractors said, "Hey, you know what? The moment that I put your contact information in my phone, you started popping on Facebook. I started seeing your ad too." So it's awesome. It's awesome because to me that you're able to reach multiple people, right? At different
Sure.
levels, at different times, even when you're not working.
Right. It would almost be impossible. And I'm going
Yeah.
to screen share now, and let's take a look at that actual ad that's been running. So this is the ad that's been running, and you can see Texas roofing contractors in bold. There is a way to bold ads if you know what you're doing. It's a local Texas contractor ad, and that ad has had a significant impact. In fact, we'll pop over to the ads manager real quick, and if we look at the maximum lifetime, you can see we've got actual multiple ads running, and we'll look at a couple of those in a moment. But we've actually generated 136 on Facebook leads using that ad. We've
Mhm.
reached 24,000 people in Texas, and we've reached them about 5 to 8 times each. So there's been 199,000 impressions. And like you said, it would be almost impossible to get that in front of that many people, right? There's
Yeah.
almost no way to do it. Even at conferences,
Yeah.
even with the IRE being in Dallas, you're never going to reach
No, you can't.
24,000 people
Right.
without an ad running.
Right.
And your on cost per Facebook lead is only $53, which is an amazing dollar amount in the lead generation space.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely. Yes, you know what?
that's the individual ad, and you can see we've got several running. We've got your ad. We've got one running for Tim in the Northeast. We've
Mm-hmm.
got one running for Mariah in Florida, and we've got one running in the Illinois area for Dave Thomas.
For
So
DT,
um,
yeah.
the ads have been really making an impact, and you can see we reached thousands and thousands of people. The other area that has made an impact is we have that one ad that's been running for a long time now, and it's actually started running before October of 2021, but it's a simple ad, and I'm going to mute it, but it's a simple ad with an installation. And that installation video runs 30 seconds. We've been doing a bunch of retargeting on it. And you can see we've actually received 8,561 leads off of that one ad at $4.90 per lead.
So you're very effective. You're very effective because you also know how to tailor that ad, how to make it work for us for each market.
Yep.
So it doesn't take forever. It's really quick and simple. It gives you an idea of how easy the product goes in together. And I think
Yep.
that's what people want to see. You know, you don't want to nobody's going to sit there and watch a minute and a half or, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, but
Yep.
it catches your eye. It's quick, it's simple, and it's effective.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. So do you think, what do you think the benefits are for a roofing supplier, any B2B roofing supplier in the industry? Let's say we looked at the entire swath of people that either go to Win the Storm or the
Mhm.
International Roofing Expo or either MRCA or some of those. What would be the benefit of hiring No Time for Social to reach roofers versus hiring internally or trying to figure out all this ad process themselves?
No, I mean, honestly, especially when we're talking about a contractor firm, I don't care how big you are. Maybe distribution is different, but still, I wouldn't mess with that. Why spend your time and your resources, right? Dedicating a person of your staff that, even at best, even if you're trying to do it organically, I mean, it's never going to be as effective, right? So
Yep.
save yourself the headache. Save yourself the headache and, reach out to Bill because he's gonna run it like if it belongs to you. So
Yes.
you don't have to worry about that. The response time that you guys do too, when people do engage or send a comment or it's immediate. So you guys are
Yep.
on top of it, and you can go sell. You can go do what it is that you need to do to generate
Sure.
revenue instead of trying to figure out how you're gonna run your social media presence,
Yeah.
right? So to
And
me,
I was going to say, I think the cool thing about that is, as an agency, we have agency reps at Facebook. So we're on phone calls, we're on video meetings with Facebook, talking through the challenges, talking through the various types of campaigns, looking at the data, trying to come up with better outcomes. So by aligning yourselves with an agency like No Time for Social, you're getting that added value where in some cases companies I see it all the time. How do I call Facebook? How do I message Facebook? I can't reach Facebook. Well, that barrier immediately goes away. So
absolutely.
another benefit, but
Well,
that's
and
great.
you know what else, Bill? It's kind of like in very simple terms. I don't know if you remember, and I always people laugh, but it's the truth. I don't know if you remember when that OxyClean product first came out, right? So
Yes.
people were kind of like, you were not gonna call that number. You saw that big guy there, screaming and that, and you kind of laugh, and you were not gonna call that number. But then you slowly started seeing that product, first in few stores, right? So then people kind of gets that feeling of, oh, I remember, but I'm not going to call the number, but now it's right there by the register. Maybe I'm going to give it a try. So I
Yep.
think it allows you that, right? It's your brand, it's your company, it's your face constantly out there.
Sure.
So people, it's repetition. So when
Yep.
people see, oh, Tilcor, they're going to be like, oh, yeah, okay, that chick with the accent,
Yep.
or the ad that I
Yeah.
saw. Hey,
Well, and like we saw in the data that we looked at, you've reached 25,000 people, and I say people most likely in the roofing industry because of our targeting, but you reach them about 8 times. So that repetition of them seeing the ad, at some point it clicks and they're like, you know what, I'm finally going to fill out that lead form. So being
yep.
able to target properly, use the right budget, have the proper process in place, have the right video assets, all of
Mm-hmm.
that coming together has obviously gotten sales for you, and that is huge in the day and age we live in
Oh,
now.
absolutely.
I remember talking with Dave Mills. He's the VP,
Yeah.
probably back in January or February, and one of the quotes he said was that digital marketing for Tilcor really saved us when COVID hit, because the only way we were getting our message out was with all of these ads. So even if you weren't able to go to the IRE, or even if you weren't able to go to in-person events or show up at roofing companies' offices, you guys had your message getting out. And the reach on that other ad, and I didn't talk through it, is 1.196 million, and we've had 3.8 million impressions. So you
Wow.
guys basically have your entire commercial running
Mm-hmm.
on Facebook and Instagram 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, reaching your target market. And there's really no other way to do that. It's really amazing, and I'm so grateful to be partnered with Tilcor, and to be working with you guys over the last 3 years. It's really been amazing. So thank you so much. As we close out here, is there anything else you can say about your experience with No Time for Social, or the impact that digital marketing has made for Tilcor?
To me, just as a company, but personally, again, it feels like you're part of us. you're part of our team, your time of response, the care you take, the quality of the work you do, the attention, the fact that, wow, I mean, you have put us, you have made it so easy for us to spread that message, right? So we were this company that came from New Zealand that nobody knew, right?
Yeah.
And slowly but surely, we're out there. Our message is out there. People recognize us, the brand. People recognize us.
I love
I
it.
don't know. It has been amazing
That's
to
great.
work
That's
with you.
great.
And to me personally, every time I close a deal out of that ad, it's just so much like, yeah, you
Yeah.
see the return on investment. You know what I mean?
love
It's
it.
like, hell yeah, when they tell you, well, yeah, I reached out to you because I saw your ad.
I love
Awesome.
it. That's great. That's great. If anybody wants to reach you, what is the best way to reach you, Ida?
Honestly, through any type of social media or my email address, here's the deal. It's my first name and my last name, and my last name is it's a mouthful. So it's IDA, right? That Buttarazzi. So I think the easiest way, I think
Maybe
if you're
LinkedIn.
on social media, just DM, and I'll give you my work cell, and we can talk that way.
Great, that's great. And if you want to reach me, it's pretty simple. It's bill@notimeforsocial.com, all spelled out. We also run ads on Facebook, so you may have seen some ads from us in the past. But grateful to have you on today. Thank you so much for just taking a few moments to speak with me about your experience with No Time for Social and the impact it's made on Tilcor. So appreciate your time as always, and look forward to continuing to work with you, Ida. Thank you.
Same, Bill. It's always a pleasure to
All
work
right.
with you and get together.
Thanks so much.
Take care.